Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Welcome again to Street Talk. My name is Ahmad Shakaraki. And on Street Talk, we deal with political, social, and economics here in Michigan, across the U.S., and also Europe.
And Africa.
In Africa, yes. Joining me tonight is
Dennis Burnside.
Paget Maynard.
And I just want to mention something, and I'll be mentioning this probably for a great while, but the U.S. has got a rapist for president. No other country I've read about, studied about, no other countries had a rapist for president. And the thing about it, when we look at what he's doing to Ukraine, letting Putin do anything he wants to these people, and he started. He gave him 50 days at first, and then it was 25. I mean, it's just really. He's just really stalling for Putin to do everything he wants to these people, and Israel. What can we say? Killing people every day, and people are starving every day, and got a president, supposed to be a president here, running around. So, I didn't know that. It's just really sickening. But anyway.
Well, that's how he deflects. Anytime something comes to his attention that, publicly at least, when he's confronted with the facts, he says, I didn't know anything about that. Good example that just happened the other day.
Yep.
Maxwell, the convicted child molester and pimp for Epstein, was moved from a maximum security prison where she was serving 20 years. I think she was in year 3 of her sentence, to a country club prison in Texas for no explanation at all.
No.
And when Trump was asked about it, he said he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Now, anyone with a room temperature above, IQ above room temperature knows that was at the behest of Trump. Mm-hmm. We know that Trump made that request. We know why. No, it wasn't a request. Made that command, and we know why he made that command.
Keep him out.
But he wants to simply say, when you ask me something I don't want to answer, it's because I don't know about it.
Yes.
Which, if you are the president, and these things are happening and you know nothing about them, what does that say about you as president?
It says you'd rather be preferred to be judged as ignorant as opposed to being judged for who you are, which is a criminal.
A criminal.
So that's why. That's how you judge him.
And you talk about the rapist as president.
Yeah.
And it's not just a rapist by people saying so. He has been adjudged.
Yeah. Convicted.
Convicted.
Yeah.
So there's no two ways around it. And he's doing everything to cover up his tracks. Who went to see this woman in the prison? His lawyer.
Yeah.
Who is now the assistant to the Attorney General. Who was there with him? We don't know. We haven't heard that anybody was there.
It was witness tampering. I mean, well, she's no longer a witness, but they're tampering with the.
It was to make
system.
a deal.
Absolutely.
To try to get her to say what Trump once said.
Well, she said it. He wasn't it. He didn't have no part in that,
And she's lying.
Well, yeah, she's lying. She wants
Trump,
to get...
Don't forget, Trump didn't even know the man, Oh, no. He pretended at one point not to know Epstein have anything to do with him. But to see so many pictures with them...
Yeah.
What does Donald Trump think? People are so dumb?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, a lot.
I had a guy come to me the other day and say, what evidence do you have that there was a real connection with Epstein and Donald Trump? He asked me that. So I said, well, we have for the fact that Donald Trump said that Epstein was his very good friend.
Yeah, for
years.
years.
We have Epstein say that Donald Trump was my best friend for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
We have documents that show that Trump was on Epstein's private planes, plural, dozens of times. We have Epstein saying that the first time Trump slept with Melania was on Epstein's plane. We have Donald Trump's own records from that monstrosity he calls a club down there, Mar-a-Lago, which, well, we go into that, but that Epstein was a frequent visitor there, visited there dozens of times. And then we have Trump say that they fell out, were no longer friends, not never friends,
But
no longer friends, because Epstein stole, as his
That's
property
right.
was being taken, one of his girls. So I asked my man, if you had a best friend and you found out, and someone confronted you with the fact that your best friend raped children daily, for 10 years, you would tell me with a straight face that you didn't know anything about it? Your best friend, your boy, every day, 365 days in a year, 10 years of that, and your best friend's doing this and you don't know anything about it?
Not only that.
Now, do you tell me, bruh, how do you define connected? I don't see how you could be much more connected.
Not only that, but remember what Trump said about Epstein. He likes them on the younger side. How would you know that if you were not around?
Well, he said it. Trump said it too.
Is Trump
That's
talking?
what he was referring to. Trump.
Yeah.
Is Trump
Yeah.
saying that?
Yeah.
That Epstein likes them on the younger side.
How about all the victims who are starting to speak out now, who are saying that this is an offense, this is a miscarriage of justice, that I was raped as a child. I was raped as a child, and no one's asking me anything about it. They're trying to portray Maxwell as some type of scapegoat victim for what Epstein did. No, she did this.
Yes.
She did as much as Epstein.
Yeah.
She recruited
She was
me.
involved.
She put her hands on me. She brought me to these men to be raped.
Yeah.
She's no innocent victim here, and she definitely isn't a scapegoat for someone else's crimes. She was convicted because of her crime.
Yes.
So you have this whole media, right-wing media, the Charlie Kirks, the faux news networks, they're trying to move the narrative to, well, Maxwell was just an innocent victim of what Epstein did, and she took the fall before he did.
Baloney.
And so the problem that they're having, which is surprising to me, is the Trump's own base is not falling for it.
Exactly.
Because they've been frothing at the mouth to get to this pedophile ring that they've been fed for about 8, 9, 10 years that exist in there. You guys remember, I think I mentioned this last week, but you had the man who went to a pizza parlor in North Carolina with a machine gun demanding that the owners open up the basement door so he could go down there and free the hostages. And my man was like, play it, I don't even have a basement. There's no one here like that. You can look all you want to. And he thinks he's about to lose his life because of lies that are told on the right-wing manosphere. Well, now that's boomerang back around, and the outrage is still there. But their target is now being identified as the people who actually were there. And one of them was Donald Trump. And if I hear one more conservative say, well, Bill Clinton was there, so
what?
So if Bill Clinton was there, let him go to prison.
Let him go
too.
down.
See, that's the difference between a progressive and one of these cult followers in MAGA. We don't worship at his feet.
No.
We don't lick his behind.
No.
We want policy that benefits us.
Yeah.
And you've had 4 years of Trump doing everything he could to screw the working class, and they still walk around and want to lick the Cheeto dust off his balls. And talk about what a great man he is. All the evidence contrary to the fact. And now here we are, 4 years later, 5 years later, and now it's starting to hit home to them in their pocketbooks, and they see that they've been lied to, and he's starting to lose his base.
Yeah, oh yeah. You were saying, Patrick.
Man, look. The amazing thing about this, talk about the base, they are very vocal. They go to the meetings that the Republicans are having, and they are making themselves heard. They're not holding up now. You know, not too long ago, it was, oh, well, Trump, we're for Trump. Now they're saying, we want to see what Trump did. He is in that, bring it out, and let's see it.
Here's the problem, man, if you look at polls, and it's been this way since early on Biden's presidency, despite his legislative effect, despite his agreeing with most of his base on issues that had to do with their lives, for lack of a better phrase. The Democratic Party saw its approval rating degrade month after month, year after year in this presidency because people weren't getting satisfaction. And now you see the same thing happening with the Republican base or the Maga base. Here's the deal. If they want to talk about making America great again, they need to talk about bringing back Keynesian economic policy, which is a policy that says government regulates the capital class. The rich and multinational corporations are taxed at a rate that encourages them to invest back in their company and invest back in their employees, but otherwise the money goes to the government. It's an economic system that says we prioritize working men and women more than we do the wealthy. If you ask anyone, man on the street, I don't care if they're black, red, yellow, or white, I don't care if they're upper middle class or getting by on SNAP benefits, if you ask them ideally what they would like, it's pretty much what Bernie Sanders is talking about. Universal health care, universal education, kindergarten through grad school, assistance with housing, assistance with your daily needs, to act as a floor for the population at large. That's what they want. The Democratic Party has become so corporatized from the days of Bill Clinton. Remember, he's the one who passed NAFTA. Even though it was a Republican-passed bill. And you can see this trend continuing where even the progressives, so-called party, of the Democratic Party, has moved from a progressive position to a centrist position to now where you have like Alyssa Slotskin, the Senate from Michigan. If you judged her by historic standards, she's conservative. And yet she is branded as a progressive. No, she's not. And if you ask these people, I don't care if they're MAGA or if they're AOC, what they want a progressive government.
Well,
that's what they want. And they don't want their money being sent to slaughter babies in Gaza.
Well, the thing about it is that when Roosevelt brought all these things in, they were saying, oh, that's communism and all these things.
That's what they said, but he was elected 4 times.
Yes, So when we look at that, we look at the Republicans trying to get rid of this, and trying to get rid of this, and now look where we at. We got Republicans, like you said, out here hollering now, oh, wait a minute. We don't want to cut off that. We don't want them to cut off this.
After they passed it. After they voted to pass it.
And this
because they can't go home again.
Right.
They have town hall meetings, they get booed off the stage.
Right.
The stupidity with that is you're voting for something that you don't even know what is.
Right.
So what if I come out here and tell, well, yes, I'll vote for that. Before you even tell me what is I didn't get to read the thing. When you even like empty green, to say, well, we didn't know, and now that I get to read it and say, well, woman, why did you go on vote?
That's just a lie they telling, man. You know,
She probably didn't know, my mother believed she did, because they pushed this thing out. The people didn't get to see it, but they were so dumb.
Well, the thing
they voted for something.
And don't forget, they did it after midnight.
Yeah. You know,
Look at the timing.
Of course they didn't read
Look
it.
at the timing.
Of course they didn't read it.
They was going to pass this anyway, man.
Whether or not,
You know.
the point is, don't vote for something that you don't know anything about. Get the facts.
I seen a representative the other night, Republican, trying to talk to these people, and these people shouting them down and everything.
Yeah.
I forget what his name
That's
is.
going on steadily.
That's a congressman from Nebraska that just had a town hall the other day.
Oh, yeah,
But here's
he
the
was
problem,
getting a
man.
licking.
You and Padgett are both right on this. They didn't read the bill. And you have people who are saying now that I didn't have a chance to read the bill. That's true. But there's culpables and voters. Project 2025 has been on the internet since
Long time ago.
July of last year, 2024. And you had people warning them. This is what's in that bill. And it doesn't just affect the people that you want to harm, it affects you too.
Yeah.
And they ignored it.
Yeah.
And the congressmen like Margie Taylor Greene and these other buffoons either ignored it or they pretended to ignore it.
Like this
So
guy
we're
from
after the
Missouri.
fact, when it's passed in the middle of the night and it's starting to hurt their constituencies, they can say, I didn't know anything about it.
Right,
They knew enough
Well,
to know
but
that they shouldn't have
Dennis,
voted for it.
Yeah.
If you are my representative and you come and tell me, well, I voted for that, but I didn't know. Well, how are you going to vote for it and you don't know what it says? How is it going to fit in my life?
The same way the voters voted for that bill, even though it was going to affect their lives. They were too damn lazy or too damn busy or too damn propagandized to just go online and read what Project 2025 said about them. See, they were all about making sure that black and brown people were hurt. They didn't think that the leopard was going to eat their face.
Oh.
And now that that's happening, they want to pretend that they're innocent. But at least they're not being paid off. They're just the victims. The people in Congress are bought and sold by the oligarchs.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I think that Trump has become disposable. They got Project 2025 passed. His erratic behavior with these stupid tariffs. One day they're up, one day they're down.
Yeah.
One day they're tomorrow, next day they're 30 days from now.
You don't know what's going on.
And the market can't react to that properly because you need to plan long term.
Yeah.
You need to know where you're going to make your investments.
Yeah.
With this fool in the White House is hurting everybody.
Yeah.
And I think they're looking around saying, let that Epstein stuff keep leaking out. Let it keep coming out, and we're going to keep fueling the fire till such time as it's no longer tenable for him to remain in office, and we get rid of him one way or another. We got Junior Varsity Vance over here. He'll carry our mail for us. And if he can't carry our mail for us, we got some other useful fools out here who will do what we want. But we've got the apparatus now. We've got the money to send out a secret Gestapo mask, no identifying markers, to go out into the streets and arrest people without probable cause, because we're already doing that. We've been able to do it.
Yeah.
We've got the ability to go out here and make the Constitution appear to be a nicety and not the law, because we're doing it with these unfortunate undocumented workers. And if we can get away with it there, and we've already seen that they're starting to, they've been caught several times sending U.S. citizens to some of these concentration camps. So once this money really hits the ground and once this evidence starts really coming out, they're going to go full throttle authoritarian. And then you're going to have an inflection point. Will people take to the streets or people take it? But we're there. We're in a period of time now, man, where by any historic standard and by any objective measure, we're living under authoritarian government.
Some of what's going on today is leading, definitely. Trump wants to create as much confusion as possible. Then, when people react, he declare now martial law and bring out the troops. Now you are now forced to be here, there, or wherever they choose. Why is it they want to build more concentration camps? Because it's nothing but concentration camp.
Well,
to put black man and woman, any Mexican, anybody who doesn't fit their color scheme, like that old fool talking about, supposed to be the assistant to the chief of staff, but we want back our country. Let that fool know he doesn't have any stake in this country.
No.
Just like me, he's a comer.
Yeah. No.
And let me tell him, Tuesday gone make 40 years that I'm a naturalized citizen in this country. He is hardly more than 40 years old.
I hear you.
So, in that case, I got more stay in this country than him.
Wait, see, you're misunderstanding it.
No.
Next time you go to wash your face, take a quick look and see what you see. And somebody black looking back at you, you ain't really a citizen, bro. This ain't really your country. I can count my ancestry back in this country generations before the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying somebody of African descent, because a lot of the times our ancestors weren't able to get marriage certificates and birth certificates and documentation of citizenship because they weren't.
No.
I'm fortunate enough on one side of my family, I can go back before the Civil War, a couple generations.
Okay.
Not on both sides.
Yeah.
But my point is, if they want to talk about who's an American, I'm about as American as you can be. But see, I can be confronted by somebody of European descent whose family came here between World War I and World War II, and they look at me with arrogance and unabashed certainty that they're a true American, and I'm just here collecting benefits off their hard work. They know that because they look at me, and I must be on welfare, some kind of government bar, just because otherwise, I don't know how am I eating.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not a professional athlete. I don't dance. I don't sing. So how you getting by?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's not about whether or not you got naturalized citizenship or a green card or a blue card or a tangerine card or some type of visa. It's all about your race, and the oligarchs are using that to divide people into fractions so they can exploit.
Yeah.
But what's really going on is we're seeing that the wealth of this nation is being siphoned off by a ruling class of several hundred, and everybody else is going to be under their thumb. It's going to be analogous to what you had in the Middle Ages in Europe, where you had a ruling class of lords controlling the lives of their vassals, of their peons, who had no rights unless it was conveyed to them. That's their model. And unless we wake up to that fact, man, we're all vulnerable.
Yeah,
that's why you got to like this young African guy, can't say his name properly, Torre. I hope I said it right.
Okay.
Because he is making sure Africa is for Africans. He is making sure that whatever goes on here belongs here. You're not coming in this country like before and think you're going to control us. You're going to tell us what we can and cannot have, what we can do and cannot do.
Ibrahim Traoré, by the way, isn't the first one to have that idea.
I know others there too. There's some others going.
He's just come at a time where
when it's
more
really
and more
seen.
people are waking up to the fact that the power that they have in a lot of cases is illusionary, and we have the same ability if we coalesce, because Stephen Biko knew that.
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela knew that.
Oh, yeah.
Idi Amin, who's always characterized as a madman, knew that.
Yeah.
Okay. We had the brother in the Congo. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name, but he gave his life.
Yeah.
He was murdered by the CIA.
Yeah.
And
Patrice Lumumba.
Yeah. Who said we are not going to just hand our wealth over to multinational corporations. We're going to nationalize it, and we're going to use it for the well-being, education.
Yes, but when we do that, you can't stick around.
They
get rid of you.
And they killed him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Ibrahim Traoré is an example of a man who's the next generation, but he's coming at a time where more and more people on an international basis are aware of this and are sick and tired of this Western model of so-called advanced civilization when it's just white supremacy on steroids. That's all it is.
Yeah. I read
There's
something
nothing new
the
under the sun. There's no concept that they haven't invented. But what you are going to see, I was mentioning to you guys before the show, I was in Eugene, Oregon this weekend, right?
All right.
it was remarkable how beautiful it was. The air was clean, and people there were remarking, we haven't had this much sunshine in a while because we had this Canadian smoke, right?
Yep.
So Monday morning, connected in Vegas, look out the window, and it's hazy. And I'm thinking that the glass is tinted, right? So I started talking to a couple of airport employees. They said, no, man, that's smoke. That's Canadian. That's either from the Grand Canyon or it's from the Canadian wildfires, depending on which way the wind is blowing. Landing in Grand Rapids, look out the window, you can see haze here.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about y'all, and I ain't been around as many decades as y'all, but damn, I don't remember day after day after day having smoke in the air from sea to shining sea. No. And if that's not an alarm, if that's not a warning, I don't know what else
What is?
I was talking to my son in Mississippi, and he said it was smoke there.
Hey, man.
No.
The temperatures, flooding,
all the way from Canada down to Mississippi.
Yeah,
We don't get African dust coming all down to the Caribbean.
Well, to me, man, it's just
You got fires like that, uncontrolled. That's a serious danger side. But what do we get out of the White House? We don't want any more limitations on fossil fuels. Get rid of all that electric car crap. Get rid of all these windmills and solar panels.
We're going back to coal.
That's ugly.
Yeah.
It makes our real estate less valuable. Let's go back to beautiful coal.
Yeah.
Beautiful, clean coal.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of all these plants that are making EVs. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Fools, man.
And the thing
They don't give a damn about their own grandchildren.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's only when you do something wrong that it's wrong. When they do it, it's okay, it's right, because we have the power to do whatever we want. Apparently. And we have SCOTUS behind us. Because when they go into SCOTUS, you got Clarence Thomas, you got this other fool, and the chief, Roberts. Sometimes I wonder where he lives.
Oh, you see, he's corrupted, man.
I wonder what was he thinking about.
He was thinking about money. Real quickly, because I know we're near the end of the show, I just read an article the other day that was published at us.gov, of all places. And it was an analysis on constitutional cases that were on the other side of Donald Trump. And it said at the district court level, 97% of those cases were decided on constitutional grounds against Trump. They were appealed.
Yeah.
At the appellate level, it was 71% were adjudicated against Trump's position in favor of the Constitution. When it got to the Supreme Court, 98% of the time they viewed in favor of Trump's position and against what the constitutional interpretation was of the district court judges, who, by the way, are the ones who have the material, they have the data, they have the facts, they have the evidence, they have the witnesses, they have the testimony right there in front of them, and they also have their knowledge of constitutional law. And 92% of the time they say that this is not constitutional, we're not going to let this go. And by the time it gets to the Supreme Court, it's flipped on its head. Brother, if that ain't the evidence of corruption, I don't know what else is.
Well, we know.
You got it.
We know, man. We about out of time now, but we'll be back. We'll be back with it, man.
If we ain't in jail.
My name is Ahmad Shakaraki, and we catch you at the next block for more Street Talk. Peace.
Peace.
Don't let anybody make you think that God chose America as his divine messianic force to be a sort of policeman of the whole world. God has a way of standing before the nations with judgment, and it seems that I can hear God saying to America, you are too arrogant. If you don't change your ways, I will rise up and break the backbone of your power, and I'll place it in the hands of a nation that doesn't even know my name. Be still and know that I'm God.